Hello. I am in Hollywood and a subway station where I'm just getting off. I'm Hollywood and Vine. This is the map, and I'm going to point where I am here. I've just come from there because I've been to Santa Monica today, and I'm now here. So we're going to do some walking and talking and a bit of exploring. So let's go and let's see what's in store today on Hollywood Boulevard on this Thursday, the 30th of October, day before Halloween. And tomorrow I fly home. My short stay is coming to an end as I fly back to the wet and cool UK instead of these 29-30 degree temperatures I'm getting today. Right, need to go up some stairs first. So first things first, let's turn the camera. And then see where this takes us. It's good downstairs, they have like film reels as the ceiling, lots of them, as a homage to where we are in Hollywood. And that's one set of stairs. The next one should bring the sunshine. And up we go again. And we'll be able to see Capitol Records as we come up here. So there we go, as we're going up onto the boulevard. The Walk of Fame, the end of October in LA. And the first thing we'll see coming in front of us is the Pantages Theatre. I've been here for loads of years. And the Capitol Records is behind it with the American flag. The Capitol Records, designed on a stack of records to make it look like a building. Interesting stuff, hey? Across the road from there, I don't know if you can see, I can never tell with my little action cam thing, we have the Frolic Room that's been there 60s or so, or even before that. I was in once upon a time in Hollywood, and that was based in 1969. Anyway, here is the boulevard. The main stretch is down there, and that's heading to Los Feliz that way, which is where I usually stop on previous occasions of being in LA, but not today. So now we're going to have a look and see what's happening today on the Walk of Fame. We have some cafes, Northern Cafe, Chinese Dumpling House, and this Sana Cafe in the end. There used to be a, how can I explain? Starbucks, that's it. It's now turned into a premium organic coffee. Sana Cafe. Bit of a mouthful. Right, we have one of these traffic things where you can go that way, you can go diagonally, and you can go across. Really handy, but the jaywalker there, they go off once every few minutes though, and that's the problem. One of the local buses, the number 10. Again, lovely blue skies today. That's one thing about California. The amount of blue sky days without a cloud in the sky outnumber the ones that do. Nice weather here. Obviously there's some cons. We're on the Andreas Fault. Earthquakes can happen, and the big one's due, but hopefully not. Hopefully not today or tomorrow, as I'm flying out. But yeah, it's nice weather. pretty much all year round. There's a bit of rain in January, February, but you can live with that when temperatures are still, you don't need the heating on temperatures. Yeah, it's quite nice. Right, I'm waiting for the call. Traffic's slowed down a bit now, so hopefully we can cross. We've got someone with hazards on. No idea what they're going to do. Not indicating it or anything. Guess we can go now. That car with hazards on. So do they know they're still along? That's the question. As you can see, there's a countdown. So you got some idea how quick you got to walk. Right, we have lots of monuments here. The Broadway Hollywood. So the big buildings around here at the side of us gives you some kind of idea of its history and what happened in the past. Right, by the Energy Club. People flying down on skateboards. It's all going off here. Also as well, there's a very distinctive smell of weed in the air. That is very, very much around here. Since the stuff's legal, even though I don't think you're supposed to smoke it in the street, you definitely can't smoke it in hotels. It's usually for private consumption in your own four walls. But people don't do that. They smoke it on the street. Got some vintage Halloween clothing here. Well, that's not very Halloweeny, that's a bit like a horror show. Bit where I've just come from behind. Lots of tours here. There's a hip hop tour. Oh, a hood tour. Mostly going to Compton and looking at locations, most probably where Death Row Records was as well. Which is a big thing in the 90s, Suge Knight and all these rappers like Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z, not Jay-Z, Dr. Dre. Jay-Z was Bad Boy, no, Jay-Z was just after that kind of era. Tupac, Shakur, yeah, those kind of rappers, Eazy-E, whatever. So there's quite a few. Obviously these days the landscape's changed. Death Row isn't really a record company anymore. I think Snoop brought it. It's nowhere near got the notoriety as it used to back in the day. And its previous owner, Suge Knight, is in prison for running over somebody and killing them on the set of that Compton film. Was that out of Compton, whatever it is. Sorry, it's a bit loud around here. So yes, that's a little bit of backdrop there. Suge Knight, he's not in the best of health. He's behind bars, so we'll see if he comes out alive. I think he got about 30 something years and he got put in prison about 6 or 7, something like that. But he always seems to do interviews from prison though, which is quite funny. He always seems to do these YouTube things and he talks about current events like P. Diddy. Right, is it across the road? The Unique Shoe Boutique. Right, we have another monument. The Owl Drug Julia Medical Building. I'll put that over there if anybody wants to press pause. So you have to remember there's a lot of history around here. A lot of history. A lot of it's been defaced, changed, and stuff like that. Changed into random tacky buildings. So yeah, that's thinking now we have someone different across the road and shouting obscenities. Something about Dirty Little Whore. Anyway, I'll turn the camera around, you might get a bit of a thingy.
Kill yourself, you punk ass bitch!
There you go. That's the YouTube video now with an R rating or 18. A lot of people very angry and expressing themselves vocally. Well, here's one of the driverless cars dropping somebody off. As you can see, no driver, but people coming out. They're called Waymos. If you can see at the back, they've got all flashing things, all cameras everywhere, so they can do their driverless driving. Apparently they're very good drivers as well. So it's like, yeah, I guess it's all to do with sat-nav cameras and a very, very good signal on 5G. Right, okay. Hollywood suit. Give a random shop for a touristy area. I think people want last minute suits. I don't think there's any last minute invites to the Oscars when they're on, when someone's randomly on holiday. Vinyl record shop. It's more like it. Different records there. More music, so hopefully the video doesn't get, well, I was going to say demonetized, but I'm not even monetized yet.
Literally, like,
Maybe a bit of a warning, but I think we can cross here in a second. 7-Eleven. Actually quite good these deals are. There's a deal on the wall here. Any breakfast sandwich when you buy any size coffee. That's only with rewards then. Damn it, I brought a coffee this morning for my local one, but not quite there. Another person who is vocally expressing himself with dissatisfaction. Yeah, the best thing to do with people, and obviously with mental health things and stuff, is not to bring attention to yourself and pretend they're not there. Then you keep out of trouble. Because I can imagine if you was to approach them and say, "What's the crap, mate? What you doing?" I don't think you'll get a very positive response, and maybe some confrontation, which you don't want on holiday. Last thing you want, especially if you're getting confrontation and then the police come and then you're in trouble for being part of that confrontation, and then that could be some kind of record over here, and then that could be never coming to America again. Not good. Anyway, into that. More shops with more suggestive maybe wearing of clothes. Lots of t-shirt shops here. Lots of t-shirt shops. And there's Hustler. Hustler. What was the film? The guy in the wheelchair. It's to do with Hustler magazine. I forgot his name. Oh. I'm sure loads of you shouting, yeah, it's that person. Well, I forgot the call. I don't think they're alive anymore, but there's a film about it. Anyway, and for that.
Yeah. It's like we got big, we got medium, we got small, we got.
are you guys hungry?
Lunch special. Urban Masala. Right, another one. The Hollywood Studio building. Again, history. Back in the 20s. Halloween Superstar. This is Halloween's tomorrow. That's the, I don't know. I'm not seeing the film. But that guy is like a new version of Freddy Krueger or something. Skeleton. Babies in a pot. Skeleton birds. And it says here, Halloween, Hollywood and Whitley. Busy because everybody will be dressing up and trick-or-treating tomorrow. Let's have a look some more. Elvis is not Halloween and neither is Marilyn. This little guy is Stripe from Gremlins. Tim Burton had his star in front of here then, okay. That I kind of recognise but I'm not sure what it's from. Oh, that's the Nightmare Before Christmas. Christmas tree with all spooky stuff and just random big models. Another one here, this was a department store. So yes, and that was built in 35, 1947. Department store in here. Again, it's much nothingness. Right, I'm going to try and navigate myself in front.
Larry King. Larry King. Larry King.
Speakers shouting out Larry King. Most we found his star, the old guy from I think he was CNN chat show host. Well, not really a chat show, more of a conversation and a studio host without an audience. If you want to look at some stars, there's some here and there's some blank. Also tomorrow, apparently Robert Englund, the guy who played Freddy Krueger, is getting his star. Now, time is of the essence. I think he's getting it to about 11:30. I have to check out by 11. So I might try and find where it's happening. I'll look online first to see whereabouts on the boulevard because this is not a short place. As you can see, I've been walking for a while and it's short. And there's so much noise around here as well. So much noise. But yeah. Robert Englund, aka Freddy Krueger. This guy here. Ah, and this must be it for tomorrow. Okay. Question. I think I've answered the question. That should be a star for tomorrow. Hence, why he is in front of that tomorrow. Okay, cool. So my landmark for that would be near enough across the road from Musso Frank's Grill, which is over 100 years old. It's a restaurant in Hollywood. And all the stars used to be there. Like the Rat Pack, like your Sinatra's, your Dean Martins, your Sammy Davis Jr.'s, your Peter Lawfords, all those kind of guys back in the day went to that place. There's been everybody famous now because the last thing anybody famous would do would come down here on the boulevard because it's LA's equivalent of Times Square, just for the tourists and stuff like that.
Last tour of the day, guys. How you doing?
But for the tour, I didn't want it. Been on a few tours before. I know where to pretty much go myself. I could walk a tour. Pretty much, except for maybe walking in Mulholland. That's a bit dodge. I get run over. Right, some more stars. Kenny Rogers, obviously a country type singer back in the day. John Lithgow, the Bigfoot film from the 80s. George Burns, old guy. I forgot what film he was in, but I've seen him a few times. I'm not sure if he's one with Sylvester Stallone. I'm thinking of Estelle Getty. I don't know. Anyway. Let's wait here. And we're off again. Let's navigate all the people. Another 7-Eleven. Tried a hot dog from there yesterday morning. I know it's not a very conventional breakfast. This is before my pretty much 50,000 step walk day. Pretty much did a marathon. So I thought, get some food with calories. And the hot dog was a spicy hot dog. And it was nice. Nice change. The hot dogs are beef over here. If you've been to Costco back home, you can have the hot dog dead cheap, $1.50 in a drink. And they're quite big. So I thought, I'll try it. Was thinking it's the same thing, but it was spicy. But it was nice. Another one, Pig and Whistle restaurant. Shut down a few years ago. Don't know why. It's a shame. I've been in before when it was like a cantina thing. Again, I'm guessing when I say a few years ago, COVID was the killer. A bit like a bar on here called the Snow White, which was pretty much my favourite place I used to go for the previous times coming to LA. It used to be a bar where there was sports on, not too rowdy. They did food, decent food as well, and you could just sit with a pint at the bar and just chat to people. And they had a happy hour where they did the 2-pint Stein things for something like $6, which was a bargain. And I used to have pints of Bud. I did try all the light ones, but the Bud was the same price as the others. It was a bit stronger. And I don't know, some of you know out there, of course, if you've done a lot of physical work during the day, if you've been working hard or you've been walking a marathon, like I did pretty much every day, you then have a beer and it's the best thing in the world. That weird thing. Why is that? But it is. The Snow White was across the road next door to the Wax Museum. Still got the sign there, but now it's a little ice cream candy shop. It's a shame. And that place as well, apparently years ago, Prince walked in there about 2 o'clock in the morning and then they give him a private lock-in. So imagine that. Thinking it's nearly time to shut soon, and then Prince, or the artist formerly known as Prince, depending on what time period it was, went in there and then, yeah, had his own little Snow White experience. McDonald's, everybody. The big one on there. Let's show you Marilyn again. I think what's Sydney's dancing on the star randomly. There she is. Now that seems a mix of Tainted Love and the Supremes and Diana Ross. That's different. And him dancing, maybe selling t-shirts. That's another one of these diagonal crossings. There's two. One near the subway stop I got off at, and then one right at here. This is Hollywood and Highland, everybody. There we go.
Bonjour, tu m'appelles. I just spoke 5 different languages. These racist.
You can hear him. So we're walking now to pretty much the busiest point. I'm going to go to what do we call it, where the handprints are, and then Chinese Man's Theatre. That's it. So we're going to go where the handprints are. and then I'll end it. And then that's pretty, it's not the whole Walk of Fame, but it's pretty much the majority. That's what I want to show you. So go down a bit further, it gets a bit quiet. You pass a Target and stuff. You pass a CVC pharmacy. Then you walk about a bit quieter, then it comes to the end of it. So lots of music going on again. Shopping area up there. The Ovation. So it's all going on around here. Music, random stuff, touristy. Like when you come to Hollywood, yes, you want to do this. This is dead loud music. You want to do this because it's famous. But me coming here a few times, I only do this at the end of the night and don't walk the whole thing. It's a stop point. That's all. Just a stop point. Dolby Theatre, where the Academy Awards are held. Up there. And the award goes to... Most of the films are shit these days anyway. It's my opinion. Okay, more stars. Olivia Newton-John there, from Greece. And an artist within her own right with lots of good songs. Let's just keep the camera down. Got Slash upside down, Amy Grant, Baby Baby, some from the 90s. LL Cool J, Salma Hayek. These have been cleaned recently. William Shatner was blowing more. Godzilla. When Godzilla had his, what was happening? How does he give a speech?
From all sorts of
Tarantino.
designs for only
Zemeckis.
$9.99. Magnets only
Oh, Elton John, Marion Martin, Jack Nicholson, Chill Willis. So saying of the stars. So look up here, and then we sneak in. This is the Chinese Man Theatre, and these are all the handprints. Clint Eastwood, Make My Day, 1984. I remember the films where he was right turn Clyde and he had that orangutan in the car with him. Who remembers that? Anything Which Way But Loose, whatever. There's lots of different ones here. A lot of these are faded as well. Let's give you that. Again, we've just seen The Star near McDonald's. And there's Marilyn Monroe's. Done in the 26th of June, 1953. I think that is, I don't think that's an 8. It might be an 8. But it looks like a 3. I'm going with 3. And then that is her handprints. She's got dead tiny feet though. That's her feet and this is my feet. I guess I'm near her hands. So her feet were tiny, she must have been size, whatever. Just to kind of let you know, that's her at the time when she did the handprints, and that's what I've just shown now. She did it with another actress called Jane Russell. They did the film Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. Yeah, she did that all those years ago. So if that was 53, that's over 70 years ago. That's about 72 years. That's like a generation, a whole generation of someone living to life expectancy. Wow. Crazy. Anyway, other ones. Jane Fonda. I'm all over the place here. Rex Harrison, Dr. Dolittle, using my memory here. Gene Kelly singing In the Rain, 1969. It's George Clooney, 2007. Is your shoes bigger than mine? Oh, we're the same size. We're bang on the same size, look. George Clooney. My shoe. These are size 10. Or size 11 in America. So yeah, that's it. Try and show you the most famous star on here. It's not Sharon Stone. She was in thingy. But we are talking Michael Jackson. The most famous star. I'm here. This is Michael's. Right, as I said, we have Madame Tussauds a little bit down here. Let's navigate the people again. These are a rip-off. This store here, right, the $5 souvenir, which is down there, just to let you know. When you walk in, they give you a basket. Pressure selling.
What's up, sir? Everything's 5 today right there.
Thank you.
T-shirts, hats, all 5. Ladies.
Yeah. So you walk in, and they do give you a basket. So you're going to look a bit of a dick if you walk out with an empty basket. They know what they're doing, so people at least to buy something. That is pressure selling. Let's have a quick look at these. Hulk. Kobe. These are actual heights, etc. So he wasn't as tall as I thought. He's 6 something. I'm just standing dead opposite him. This is not the proper Hulk. People from my generation will know. Look at that. Lou Ferrigno is the proper Hulk. Not this. Well, CGI Hulk. I think that's the best way of saying it. CGI. Not the proper Hulk. Lou Ferrigno, if you ever watch my YouTube video, you are the proper Hulk. Not this guy. It was you. Everybody wants to take your turns with Marilyn Monroe. I was going to get close with Marilyn, but honestly they are taking a long time taking pictures. Whoops. So I'm just waiting around. I think it's going to be pretty much impossible to get a close up with Marilyn. Or even the Dwayne Rock Johnson, who is down there as well. Yeah, everybody's just joining the queue. There's the Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He's tallish as well. He's about 6'2" or 3". People taking pictures. Anyway, Madame Tussauds. I've been there before. A lot of money just to see some waxworks. Right. There's Marilyn. Taller than I thought. She would have been about 5, 6 or 7. The teeth look quite real. Okay, Marilyn's 5'8". There we go. I'm sure I can look this up online. Anyway, that's Madame Tussauds. And when we get to the last point, we'll go towards near the souvenir shop. Like I say, it starts to get a little bit quieter here. And there's Fame playing. Fame by Irene Cara. So yeah, we're in the instrumental part of the song at the minute. It's going to kick in any second now. So I'm going to keep talking about it. I remember this programme when it used to be on TV when I was a kid. Maybe on a Friday night. Mum and Dad brought fish and chips. Well, for me it was beef burger and batter, chips and curry sauce. That was my go-to when I was a little kid. There we go. Roger Moore. James Bond. Alfred Hitchcock. Right. I'm pretty much at the end of what I need to do, but that's a bit of a walkthrough during the day in Hollywood and seeing what's what. No kind of scripts. I just talk through it, show you stuff, show you the unhappy people. There was 2 of them in this video. Yeah, and I'm also going to call in Target to get a beer before I go to bed, so I'm going to buy myself a beer. Anything like that. Let's go up the stairs. Obviously I did one side of the road. Obviously there's a Jimmy Kimmel building down there, etc. But it wasn't meant to be in depth and look at everywhere, it was just a random walk. Right, thank you. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to pretty much put this on unedited so you can see what's what. And have a walk and see what I saw. Right, thank you very much. See you later. Subscribe, please. That will do me a great. All I'm bothered about, to be honest with you, is 1,000 subscribers. If I get to 1,000 and get the watch time and just get into the zone, just so even if I get £5 a video in the future, that'd be amazing. That's my goal. I've got 607 at the minute, so hopefully one day I will get there. I'm more than halfway, think positively. Right, thank you, see you later, and au revoir. Richard in Hollywood all done, and I'm flying home tomorrow.